Hello and welcome back to the Old World Blues. We're continuing on with our little communist utopia of Strath Commune today. All up on in the north. We have grown to take over 3 of our neighbors and half of the Stampede, Safe Haven, and the Cab Vultures, and actually the Order of St. George have kind of absorbed bits and pieces of it as well. And we are working our way through the tech tree to try and move on Middlemarch. Is sort of our big goal today. Talking a little bit about map expansions for Old World Blues and some of the great mod packs out there. President Eden version decores by killing all the mutants with the FEV. Poor mutant babies. We do have to do one thing today, which I'm very, very sad about, which is kill all the music. That's not specifically the game music. We have to kill all the fun music. I got hit with so many copyright strikes this morning from playing all the other stuff. I'm going to do a couple of tests this weekend to figure out an actual Fallout copyright safe playlist, because there's random songs that are copyrighted for random reasons. And copyright during this period, the period that all these songs come out, is very, very confusing, to the point that it's like, if it's before 1922, it's free. If it's between 1923 and 1931, it's 70 years. If it's between 32 and 44, it's 110 years. It's all a bit of a zoo. So it's the same with the music on Kaiserreich as well. Okay, this is still kind of loud, hey? I think there is some of these music packs that are a bit louder than the others, so I can just not add the music mod. Yeah, but I do also sort of like it, so. We have decrypted the cipher of the Great Stampede, but they don't exist anymore, so we're working on the Middlemarch cipher. We are working on getting our next level of tanks, was the next big thing for today. And we've been upgrading most of our troops to our advanced templates. It looks like we have all of those guys going, all of these guys going. Oh yeah, we're in decent shape here. Well, in better shape than we expected. We're still a little behind in tanks and dogs, but the military industrial complex that we've been building up has been going pretty strong. There is the Chimera's legacy. So this is getting us a ahead of time penalty of -1 on all vehicle techs, which is perfect because we are almost 1 year off the next level of tanks. This is militia. This is special forces and army XP. So I think we just get to kind of work down our nice big tree here. We've got to work down the left side of this tree today, which is brutal because it's all about crippling our political power, our stability. Basically, we take a ton of penalties right off the bat, and then we start getting a bunch of nice stuff afterwards. I think I'll just take the Garden of Blossoms first, so we can get this daily elite support, which will help make sure that our elites stay in power. Has MacArthur died yet? I don't believe so. No, he's actually quite big. He's a chonky boy to the south, so. God bless the Enclave. President Eden to another 4-letter name starting with E. No, God, no. Create Terminators with Boston Dynamics. We pray not. Mowington Von Meow, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. We got our motorized deployment. We are cruising down that tree right now. It's been going very, very well. And we do have free civvy factories. So, I think kind of I've been building up Red Deer quite a bit here, trying to get the trade node a little bit better. Looks like we have another slot in North Redmond as well. I'm just going to keep adding military factories at this point, because I think that's the way to go for us. And are we on blimps yet? Our Blimpy boys. No, we're 1 year ahead of time. We got to get lightweight materials, which we can get, but we're still a year off our blimpos. I think that's okay. Grant Hayes is elected president of the NCR. And our scavengers have found a bonus for land doctrine. How delightful. We have a bit of extra power armor around that we can give out to our scabbies, which is great. We have our first power armor company getting trained up, which is a tasty 20 combat with. And we have multiple tank divisions being trained, even though we are pretty low on tanks. We're still kind of working on the production efficiency here. So that gives us part standardization. We might as well take the advanced construction speed. It looks like we've pretty much kicked off into all of the next year of tech. MacArthur has a mechanic where they send resources to Chicago if you have Rust Belt Rising. Then the Chicago Enclave actually gets all the resources. Oh, cool. We got a Twinkie president in the NCR? Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. All right, what do we need? I hate this one, the Redmond line. It's just a bunch of outposts in South Redmond and North Redmond. I cannot think of something I need less. So let's start purging the outcasts. We have lots of coring left to do. Honestly, I don't really think it matters too much where we throw these cores at this point. Why are you so expensive? This is from Capital Core Population, coring cost cap. Right. This is a good point, too. We are pacifying the wasteland here. Just trying to think in terms of resources. Yeah, Kirobert's the best place. So it's 91 to core Kirobert. Watching a few Hoi playthroughs, this was always one thing that bugs me, locking tech to a year. I feel like you should be able to rush late war tech early if you want to. I mean, you can. You just take a bunch of penalties for it. So, like, it takes longer to do, for example. That's why I'm doing things like getting that Chimera research will allow us now to... Like, all these guys are 0.93 years ahead of time, but now I can get the Wasteland tank with no penalty because we have a 1 year reduction on it. Which I really should have probably gotten right away there, but c'est la vie. Give us jets in the 30s. Yeah, you could do it. And different groups get different bonuses to like certain technologies.
Sir.
Our first power armor division.
Hello.
These guys are gonna be monsters, let me tell you. Heavy duty guys. Fire teams, demo teams, anti-tank. 63 breakthrough. Gonna be able to use those to push through just about any line we want.
Hello, sir. Hey.
They went into the vanguard there. And look at this. We got free military factories. Man, honestly, like, I kind of think we just keep working on tanks. We are building stuff so quickly now, it feels absurd. We'll finish the infrastructure in Red Deer. Let's build it up in Lloydminster as well. I wouldn't mind just ensuring that kind of we have infrastructure paths to move forward on to the front lines as well. This way, if we need to move people out of Redmond, we can do it quickly. Speed up the roads a little bit. So look at the NCR leader. Yeah, Grant Hayes. Grant Hayes was renowned across the NCR for his push both in scientific and political sectors before entering the elections of '78. Although there are rumors of Hayes being the descendant of old world politicians, the Enclave believe him to be the right choice for the growing republic. In the eyes of voters, he's become not the strong man such as Kimball or the compassionate man, but the smart man, one pushing us into the future, utilizing the past to accomplish this, and rallying members to the California military. A future that twinkles in Hayes' eyes. Man of the people. Man of the brains. I guess. Any neighboring state is a core. Oh, Fremont is not a... Oh, I understand what I've done wrong there. That's not a place I can core yet. Okay, this is a weird track. I got a feeling we're going to run into a few of them along the way. We can just start coring straight out of the menu at this point. Grab whatever we can. Get everything cored up.
Sir.
I have a handful of People's Militia who are not in training right now. So let's make sure everybody is getting trained up here properly. More factories. You know what? I'm also running out of basic weapons, apparently. I don't see how that is possible. If I have 5,000. All right, we're purging the outcasts. Our union has been restored with traitors and capitalistics alike. Our great leader, our big sister, has sent out the order to remove these elements from the commune. Minus 750 manpower and 100 political power. Yuck. This tree sucks. I don't like it. Who knows what mods they've been running? I'm assuming not many people play vanilla outside of the new expansion. It was going to take 1,000 years to research something. Oh, it definitely should not take that long. But Lost Hills doesn't do anything than send volunteers to other Brotherhood nations. Oh, are these the guys in the middle of California? The Lost Hills bunker? Yeah, okay. They're just chilling. They're vibing. This node is not growing. If I have 19 political power, we can increase the North Redmond node, though. $0.19 per day. Wow, we are really getting hurt by this. And we're about to lose 100 when this focus completes? Yikes. They don't fight till a later game. I mean, I guess that makes some sense. Is more than 19. Okay, so 20, I guess, is the answer. Come on. Let me node. Excellent. Get that pumped up just a little bit. We got radio coming in. Let's immediately pivot over to those wasteland tanks. Improving upon its industrial heritage, the entire top part's been cut out and the armor reinforced by solid monocoque plating, presenting few flaws for the enemy fire to pierce. Removing the frontal bulldozer blade also increases mobility while allowing our engineers to fit a howitzer in the hull. Engage fortified positions with devastating high explosive profiles. Having these tanks a year ahead of everybody else is going to be pretty huge. Should let us get some good steamrollering. Now, we got ciphers, resistance contacts. That's in middle merc. Strength and resistance, sabotage industry, sabotage other stuff. These guys are in... We are safe haven, I guess? I guess some resistant contacts in safe haven could be good. Who do we have in there right now? We've got Leslie Hunter. And we can move our raider guy in here probably as well. Let's just get that prepared and launch that. Playing Lost Hills makes you feel like a babysitter. I mean, I don't know how you would be able to push out against the NCR. It would be pretty difficult, so. Trying to keep all the Brotherhood alive makes you rage. I feel like that's fair. I think I'm going to start upgrading the vehicle perks here now. We're finally in a position where I think all of our squads are kind of set up properly, so. Daily political power every day. Party popularity, stability increased. Local pop, local pop, local pop. That had some foundries. Yeah, let's grab the budding future first, because we're going to need to get back up on political power. You need to set a target. I guess in Gray Stable. Give them a chance to see how that gets. Yeah, I do get power armor, massive tech bonuses. I mean, I guess that's the thing, is if you have massive tech bonuses, really what you're trying to do is survive until the late game anyway. Because you know, at a certain point, you're going to have the tech. Everybody else is not going to have the tech. So you can start pushing people around a little bit. Here's our simple circuitry. I'm going to throw another military factory up here. And down here and over here. And you know what? Let's get some radio detection. We can start building radio towers this way. And I'm going to try to recruit some spies in the Kingdom of Manitoba. They are going to be our endgame threat, so having some people over there would be nice. Best stimulus in Gray Stable. No. We got a bunch of caps. We could spend it increasing the development of some of our trade nodes. This guy doesn't seem to be increasing anymore for whatever reason. North Redmond is already up to 100% again. I honestly don't know why this place won't increase. Route exists to Red Deer. Route exists to Safe Haven. Oh no, route does not exist to Safe Haven, but we can build one. Which is going to give us even more. Oh, what have I done here? We can set a route actually to Safe Haven as well from Red Deer, which is going to give that a good boost. Our power armor scavengers have been attacked. A band of raiders in power armor launched a coordinated strike upon our scavs, creating an epic battle that left dozens dead. Many of the raiders died, but we had to retreat. Oh my god, we lost 20 units of power armor from that. Honestly, I think boosting Red Deer might not be the worst idea. Because it's not developing otherwise. And if we look at the trade nodes, it feels like kind of everything has to go through Red Deer to get to North Redmond. So I like that idea. Lost Hills, just wait and play babysitter to a brain dead AI. I mean, that is AI in a nutshell. Middlemark here is not guarding its borders at all. Oh, they're actually in the war to the south. Against this tribe. The old gun of the Blackfoot Confederacy. Oh, this would be really nice if we could invade Middlemark right now. $30 days, 30 days. 60. 120. 150. 165. 195. Basically 200 days if I want to get claims on all other core territories. Or I was going to say I could justify a war goal, but actually I have zero political power. I, in fact, have negative political power, and we are just bleeding it constantly. So I don't think that's going to happen. Here we go. The budding future is going to give us an extra 0.2 a day, which should make a good difference. We got to purge the barons next, which will give us a bunch of bottle caps. Help us out a little bit. We still got tanks coming in. We have another unit of power armor guys coming in. I mean, it feels like that's the right decision right now. I have a full 20 units of riflemen. These guys are sort of like breakthrough. I mean, I don't think they're any different than the riflemen at this point. No, they're in fact exactly the same. So like this guy is Vanguard with Spec Ops.
Hey.
And I think he's 10. Yeah, 10 Vanguard. So there's 30 infantry troops.
Hello, sir.
18 militia. And then we're starting to get some tanks. Our men not only found pieces of old world technology, but a fully working prototype. Warden Remnants is extremely pleased with our success, offering a favor for anything in their capability. Oh, this was the special job we did for Warden Remnants. 200 manpower, 180 units of infantry equipment. Warden Remnants increases by 10%, and we get a bunch of a chance to get bonuses to various technology. Warden Remnants. Current opinion is 44. I could just start buying laser weapons, which we're probably going to start doing because why not? Yeah, that would put us like half a year ahead. This has also got a huge boost to it now as well. 65% boost on laser weapons. That's very, very nice. I like all of this. Thank you. Laser weapons, huh? Caffeine, hello. We got laser weapons. We're going to have big old beefy tanks coming in 10 days. Which I'm sure is going to make a bit of a mess of our production line, but we're going to have to see. Hi, Mona. You just opened the door? Mona just opened the door and then got surprised and was like, how did I do that? I'm so confused. You coming in? You want to say hi to everybody? Might have a little kitty cat visitor. Ooh, Middlemark's having a big event. Middlemark grand reopening. Well, Middlemark has always been open to the public. Their Store Zero location in Calgary has just sent out signals discussing a grand reopening, urging customers and curious prospecting sorts alike to go and take a look at their vast array of discounted luxuries and must-have items. The signal, of course, also urges customers to not feel intimidated by the raiders employed there, citing their bite has been entirely removed. The signal was promptly followed by an apology regarding the assault on a customer who claimed to be a warden of the White. Now, does this mean that Middlemark is suddenly getting a huge boost in something? I'm assuming this means they completed a massive objective. Oh, wasteland tanks. Let's go. Soft attack, hard attack, a breakthrough in HP. I'm just going to give them lots of attack right now so that they are chonky chonks. Our poor production is going to get buckled by this for a while. The Gateway has finally declared war on the Blighted Woods. So they're going to start growing to the east. Hi, Mona. How you doing? My cats are really wound up. It's a beautiful sunny day here, so they've been like chasing sunshine around the house. Resistant target plus 10% for 180 days. That's it? That's all that does? Man, that is not that interesting an ability. I had this guy rooting at resistance, but honestly, it doesn't look like he needs to be doing that anymore, so I'll probably put him back on building intel on the cab vultures. These guys have no friends. But I am concerned because it looks like they are raiders wearing power armor. Death Claws ate some of our team. Guess I should have given them guns. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? This is... Look at this good girl. Look at this floofy beast. What a big fluff. So happy. So many purrs. Hey, Moni. You happy? Just a happy Monia. So cute. This is a Fallout mod for Hoy. It is indeed exactly what it is. And it is a very good Fallout mod for Hoy. There's a bunch of bonus population. The reunification has brought us land that has been disconnected from Therese and the party. And these lands are those that need to prove themselves, that need to show the party and Therese that they're willing to lay their lives on the line for the commune. If not, they know where the door is. New roads will be constructed to connect the western cities. Well, that's good. Is that going to give me a bunch of infrastructure? Where are we good to build stuff in? I can build more here for sure, here for sure, here for sure. I don't know if we're going to have a need for anti-air, but I'm gonna start building up a little bit of it. It's not overly expensive. I also think I'll probably build an air base in Lloydminster, since we're going to start getting blimps pretty soon. Friend keeps sending you, hey, it's me, Goku. It's a classic. Always goes well. Nemki, hello. Game looks pretty cool. Just a lurk for me today, though. Not a worry, my dude. Thank you for popping by. It's a very cool one. You would probably like it, I think. What do we want? Red Army Legacy. Both factions, once proud, have left their children to pick up the pieces. The Red Army will put the dream of prosperity back together. Why is this one in red? Is it just because it's the Red Army? Army org regain and planning speed. Honestly, that's a pretty good bonus. I think I will take that.
Hey there.
Get those guys ready to rock. I continue to have new units that need training. My tanks, my power armor. There's an extra 10% soft attack and 14% hard attack for the tanks. Armor bonuses as well on my army. This will give our army recovery rate, reinforce rate. I cannot believe how fast we've cruised down this this tree. St. Joseph has taken 17 states. These guys are way down in the southeast here. Ooh, wow, they're big. Chunky lads down there, I gotta tell you. Shino Patan, hello, thank you for the raid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The Republic of Three Rivers is killing the Kingdom of Manitoba. Absolutely trashing them right now. Just buckling them all. Hello, hello, welcome. We're playing a little Old World Blues today. How was your stream? What were you up to? Wow, I did not expect this to happen. Especially because they have the Order of St. George. Oh, but I guess they can't get a bunch of their troops across because they're blocked by the cat vultures. Follow the hangdogs down in Colorado. We got more military factories. Let's just keep pumping out tanks. I'm trying to think about, like, what are we running a little bit low on? Dynamite, anti-tank rifles. Why don't we do one more set of power armor? Man, it's hard to say. Production efficiency growth is at 0. This is why this is going up so slowly. We're not specializing because of the 4-year plan. We can keep upgrading radar. I'd love to increase our decryption a little bit more. Man, and we're all the way back up to 200 caps again. Construction speed, 8%. Daily compliance gain. Resources to market, also 8%. Lift the tax on luxury goods. That'd be pretty good for the old economy. And I'm going to start buying... What did I just buy? Bicycles? God dang it. I'm going to start buying laser muskets. Because also, very soon, I'm going to start being able to buy laser rifles. So if I could just keep us ahead of the track a little bit with that, it's going to make a big difference. A bunch of roads are now connecting our western cities. We'll get some foundries up and running. I am curious what these new roads are. I think it was just that we got a bunch of infrastructure right here. Blighted Woods was annexed by the Gateway out east. We got mobile assault weaponry for our tanks. We're also going to get wet stowage to give them some more HP and breakthrough. I want these tanks maximum quality. I feel like we're doing really good on motorbikes there. Dynamite, not so good. Let's make some more dynamite. We'll see how that works. Tank focus build. Yeah, so the bonuses we get from... These guys also just got attacked by MacArthur. They're attacking MacArthur? That's crazy. Why would they do that? They're getting stomped by Middlemark and they just opened up a second fight against MacArthur. Probably because the Montana chapter of the Brotherhood just destroyed MacArthur. Yikes. That's a big threat for later. Yeah, so the communist path for Strath Commune gets bonuses to sophisticated infantry and sophisticated tanks later in the game. So we're going to have very, very good laser weapons, and we're going to have very, very good tanks. And it's going to be a delicious combination. Wow, we're really starting to catch up on tech speed here. To a kind of alarming amount. I'm going to put one more into caravans so that we just have the extra stockpile. Then I think I'm just going to expand most of these up another point. I can start buying radar stations. Which we're going to set up in a few of these spots. At least these capital cities, I think, would be wise. I'm not sure that I need one on the Passkeepers. They don't really seem like they're going to invade me. He says, almost certainly asking to be invaded. Guess I should also probably build one in Redmond if that's going to be the case. We'll get a couple of little options just so we can get some vision on what's going on here. Standardized tools. We'll pick generalized production, public projects. Tanks with infantry as support. Who needs gyrocopters when there's glorious tanks and men? Well, we're also going to have combat blimps, which we're pretty close to starting to research as well. I'm actually starting to think maybe I should just put this down to one tank on production right now. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I don't really seem to have the supplies to be building two, so... Bit of electricity. While roads connect our commune together, it's the coal and the power that ensures the system keeps marching on. That will just keep saving up for tanks. Tank bonuses. The cipher for Middlemark is decrypted. Excellent. And one of the major Mexican groups have been taken down in the Flower Wars. Xochicalco. Excellent. So we have a cipher for Middlemark. Let's... 400 days. I think I'm actually going to break the cipher for Three Rivers. Republic of Three Rivers and the Old Believers is in a royal accord with the Kingdom of Manitoba, but the Kingdom of Manitoba doesn't really appear to exist anymore. Oh, I guess this Three Rivers wipes them out. I don't know how they haven't capitulated, but... a lot of brouhaha. Bribe leadership, resistance contacts, sabotage industries and infrastructures. That's all in safe haven. I mean, we have like 92% intel in Middlemark right now. It would probably be wise to spend some of that. Maybe let's infiltrate their army. I'm gonna use John Kempler. And this guy. We could also start spending some caps to work on our agencies a little bit more. Which isn't a terrible idea. Darius, good morning. How we doing today? Scavengers return empty-handed. I cannot keep up with the speed that we are building. I mean, that's a great problem to have. I'm starting to think now about like what do we need in terms of like air bases, anti-air. Get like a little bit of extra stuff everywhere. Can I upgrade the radar towers? No, they just have to be upgraded via technology. Hope you and everyone else doing good today. It's been a good chill vibe this morning. Getting ready for some big wars. All right, the Republic of Three Rivers is done their big fight. I don't know, man. Should I just... Right, I can't justify on anybody because we have no political power. $240 days of internal restructuring. Yuck. Red Army Militia. That's just stockpiles. Okay. We'll get the Redmond lined and we can finally start... we're only like a couple of months off being able to actually start getting these war goals. I can't wait till this production efficiency can start going up a little bit. It is getting better. We're at 2% now, so it is actually growing. Just taking forever for these factories to specialize. Troll Warren over here is getting pretty big. They're going after the Mirelurk tribe. Send out some more scavengers. Okay, our tanks are pretty close to fully upgraded here. Does this get improved radar stations? Yes. Okay, state level 2. what about blimpos? We'll get lightweight metals. Low-key, I'm kind of thinking about recruiting some people in the Montana chapter down here because I'm a bit scared of how big they're getting. Production efficiency growth. That's the problem I'm having right now, isn't it? Production efficiency growth? Oh my god. Let's spend those caps. Tax breaks for factories. Oh, that's huge. Bumps that up to 15%. So our factories are going to get specialized to be able to pump out these tanks a lot faster now. Not enough special forces cap. Oh, okay. So we're also maxed out on... well, we have 3 power armor divisions. And, okay, so I'm going for Middlemark first. Where is the actual city of Middlemark? It's in here, the Middlemark warehouses. Obviously, Calgary is their capital. Calgary is also very big. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all my tank divisions over here. And I'm going to try to give them a spearhead around Calgary. Kind of like that. Because I figure if I can cut Calgary off from the rest of the squad, that's going to be like my best possible choice here. I have all my riflemen on safe haven right now, but I think what I'll do is I'll probably move a collection of them over here. Probably half of them. I seem to be suffering from some supply problems right now as well. Upgrade roads, allied supplies, motorization levels.
What's up? Hello, sir.
We probably just increase... Yeah, we can just increase motorization to vehicles. Because we do have motorcycles and stuff now as well. I don't think we can ever increase caravan equipment. But I think as long as we have vehicles being pumped out, that will do it for us, so. Of course, we're having a good day. What isn't to love in this utopia? Generously provided by the benevolent big sister. So benevolent. So kind. She treats us so well.
Hello.
The other thing I probably want to do with this Vanguard is... give the power armor troops
Sir.
and the spec ops on sort of their own division here. Where they're going to do a similar Vanguard style push along with the tanks.
Hey.
And then I guess like everybody else, we can just say probably like an offensive line to this river. will be a safe bet. Along with
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
these riflemen. There. Now we got a plan going. We got a little bit of crop rotation. I guess we could build better housing. 48 days, 48 days. I really don't understand how population nomadicity works. See from the chat, I miss Big Sister Mona. She did poke her head in for a little bit. All right, the schism in the party grows ever wider as Chairwoman Therese starts to make even more rash decisions. Oh, we're finally getting decent power now. We no longer have internal restructuring. We've lost the -1 daily political power gain that we've had for basically the last year. Which is fantastic. Because it was a terrible, terrible debuff. And I feel pretty good about this. This is going to be like mostly a surprise attack. I am not sure. This land as well counts as Middlemark. It looks like. So I'm going to need to take that as well. We're on the last part of our land doctrine tree. We have 50% bonus to it. Coordinated onslaught. Tank platoons get 15% breakthrough. Armies get increased speed. And vehicles get bonuses to heart attack and org. I am wondering a little bit about, like, can we increase this tank division? Oh, not without killing our org. I could add mobile chems. That's not a bad idea. I'd lose a little bit of org, but it's still okay. Our breakthrough increases. Our armor and piercing goes down. We get bonuses to deserts and radioactive wastes. The big thing is that we just like don't lose if anybody dies. We lose less people if people die, I guess I should say. And I know I have the support equipment and the motorized vehicles to support this right now. I could add this to all my tank divisions. I'm going to do it. I think it's an okay choice. Middlemark surpluses request lower tariffs. We will give that to them. And we're going to buy some more of these laser muskets. We don't have the money. We're super broke right now, actually. How are our economic hubs doing? Ready for promotion? They sure are. At least one of them is. Eagle, hello. Tried to get started with this 10 times. Couldn't get it. I mean, it took me about 10 times until I started figuring it out. Watched a lot of YouTube videos. I guess the big thing I would say is if you have questions, if there's things that are not clear, tell me. Tell me your questions, and I will give you what answers I can. Update trade route to North Redmond. Remove trade route from North Redmond. From Calgary to Safe Haven from North Redmond. Okay, these are all in use already. Major updates here. The case for the revolutionary soul. The crimson-draped streets of Redmond shake as the boots of Chairwoman Therese polices pound the pavement. The cadets, the youngest of our revolution, have been in awe of the Chairwoman since her accession, giving her the nickname of Big Sister. They have nothing but devotion and zeal for her, beyond that of the revolution. With Tao's coup attempt and now the removal of support of the party, she's finally been pushed over the edge. The slow growth of nonsensical ramblings and rash executive orders have been nothing new. However, she has just crossed the Rubicon. The pavement breathes a tense sigh as the cadets' boots turn their vengeance on the doors of other party officials, cracking the door frames as they enter. As the debate over the Articles of the Union raged, Chairwoman Therese creates her list, a list full of the highest party officials deemed enemies of the revolution. At the top of the list is Sorrel himself, the new party champion. The ideological struggle has been cracked open like the skulls of the unlucky officials on that list. While the cadets see Therese as infallible and all-knowing, Therese doesn't account for her hubris. In the same cold winter air as the cadets march to deliver their orders, Sorrel and most of the senior party officials have readied themselves. They have dedicated themselves to the preservation of the revolution, be it atomic bombs, American pretenders, or now their own chairwoman. The might of Redmond may be on her side, but Sorrel has a final card he can play. While the cadets march, killing the unimportant officials, a little gift in the shape of a party's vengeance ticks away in Therese's building. She paces the floor, awaiting her orders to be finished, while the slow approach of death ticks ever closer to her. This allows us to pick which one we're going for. We're going for Foundation for the Future. So we're going to say that the bomb that Sorrel planted did not work. The cracked pavement of Redmond on this crisp morning continues to get grinded down by the boots of the party's fists. The army salutes their chairwoman as they pass over the center square. The display of support is shown to all the common folk who line the streets. The whispers from the shadows continue to grow. Rumors of hidden figures have grown to be too loud to ignore. It's an unlikely source that Therese gains her advice. Deep within the bowels of Redmond's party machine, the great chairwoman of the Canadians People Front sits across from this small, skinny, and greasy man telling her about the upcoming plot. A plot to remove her just as Tao tried, but this time by her own party. As she stares into the greasy eyes filled with greed and immortality, thinking only of the caps, our big sister thinks of the future. The cadets, or blossoms, are the next step. They hold the key to the future, to a reunited Canadian state. The old guard sit inside their fancy offices and collect bribes, while the blossoms load their rifles. To ensure Therese's power from tonight until the next apocalypse, the blossoms will be empowered. They shall storm the offices of the fat cats and drag them to the gulags like the rest of their traitorous friends. Since the party has decided they no longer need Therese, she will no longer need them. The blossoms march down every street, every alley, with their rifles trained, just waiting for something to move. Blood from her former party's allies now fills the streets, with Sorrel left for last. In a great show of strength, the brilliant big sister has taken Sorrel and hung him from the center of Redmond Square. Around his now lifeless body, blossoms march around, showing their bloodied uniform and the new resolve. Replace Comrade Chang Thought with Chairwoman Therese Thought. Division org -2. Recruitable population factor -8. Stability drops, war support goes up, and division defense on core territory increases. We also become known now as the Canadian People's Front. Well, you know we're getting a screenshot of that. That's going right in the thumbnail. And we can now start taking the tides of liberation. Canada once stretched from sea to sea, having many cities under its belt. Now it's nothing more than holding us up against the mountains. We must liberate the rest of our land before another conqueror tries to try their luck once again. We complete this, and then the next focus gives us cores on Middlemark. They are not defending most of their borders, so we're going to be able to just slide right on in there, too. None of these tanks appear to be training. Because I just gave them chems, so they dropped a little bit. It's been too long. If I ever try again, I will. I mean, I highly recommend the game. There is a lot to it and a lot of different ways you can play. I like the old world blues because A, I love the Fallout universe. But B, I find it's just a little bit of a simpler one to get used to. There are less surprises in store. Things are a little bit more straightforward. Whoa, whoa. After the first war of reunification ended in victory due to the great leadership in Redmond, the time of reunification is far from over. There's still much of Canadian lands in the hands of those who aren't Canadian or simply who aren't us. We can't allow them to continue their false government and occupation of our lands. Canada will be reunited. Do I get all of these automatically? Battleford and Great... Oh, okay, right. 2 of them automatically completed because Battleford and the Great Stampede are already destroyed. I got really excited there. I was like, oh, are we going to get a bunch of free stuff? Now, there are a ton of military tech here that we're a little bit behind on. You know what? I could actually spend army experience to boost this. No, let's just... I could save that for other things. Doctrines, for example. I don't want to sound like I'm beginning to question Big Sister, but I'm beginning to think she might not be the benevolent overlord the commissars are telling us she is. Hush now. She'll keep us safe, don't worry. We can only be safe with Big Sister protecting us. Oh, there's a big strip of radioactive waste right here. Here's our bonuses to public projects. Man, I want to just keep getting... Oh, I should probably get complicated circuitry. As it will boost all of our tech. We have a ton of free civvy factories. Man, oh man. Not you. You. I'm gonna keep pumping up the roads. Got that anti-air coming. We've got a couple of air bases. Grab a bunch more arms workshops. Detroit isn't that bad. The idea that it was actually anywhere near Detroit. Agent determined to get me to play the one Paradox Grand Strat game I don't already play. Listen, man, I did not play this one for a very long time. I held out as long as I could. Attacking division speed and HP. Faster planning speed. Orgloss while moving. Reconnaissance and int gain from combat. That would actually be all pretty good. Division attack on core territory. Encirclement penalties. Supply combat penalties on core territory. Let's take this because our tanks move really fast. So Orgloss from moving is, I think, going to be really valuable to us. I'm realizing, like, we still don't have, like, an army command. We still don't have any military command. That's okay. This isn't Detroit, is it? No, no. This is just like south of Lethbridge. Honestly, I do not know this part of America very well. I guess this is like right on the American border. The Great Falls, Chester. Some of these are real places. Tried CK3 last night. Not sure it's for me yet. South of Lethbridge is Montana. Okay. I mean, like all Paradox games, Crusader Kings is one of these games that you want to play it a handful of times before you really... Like, you're going to lose it a bunch before you really understand all the different mechanics. You have to prepare for the fact that losing is fun. These guys are going to basically get saved by me. Lightweight metals allow us to start researching combat blimps. Yes. Our Air Force can begin. We did infiltrate an army here in Middlemark. I'm going to put those guys back on building intel, but I don't think it's going to really do much for us. I have no resistance to root out, so... I don't know. We'll go back to Battleford. We have claims and a war goal on Middlemark's core territories. This would give us Rosewood, Manifest Hope, and the Order of St. George. This would give us Safe Haven. But let's do one set at a time. The true Vanguard state. Replace the people's officers with military restructuring. National spirit, the people's officers. What is our national spirit? Recruitable population 10%, army experience 15 with -5 stability. This is just flat out terrible in every single way. This would kill our recruitable population. Sophisticated infantry tech is down here, which I guess we don't really need right away. One development for North Redmond would help our caps. 10% base stability is huge. There's some civvy workshops over here, which is always great. Lots of good buildings. So this is kind of economy. This is military. And then this is... kind of like just politics. The true Vanguard state. The CPF have been teaching the children to follow the government without a single question. Now it's time to harvest the garden and set these children to work. Oh yeah, let's get communist child soldiers. That seems like a good idea, right? And we are gonna go to war to annex Middlemark. Used to live in Lethbridge. Ooh, is it a radioactive wasteland? CK2 at the time was the one that clicked for me right away. Never got into Vicky or Hoy. Yeah, I mean Vicky is like Hoy but with less war. It's more about the economy. It's certainly how I would describe it. I played a lot of Vicky 2, but I haven't tried Vicky 3 yet.
Hey there.
Probably would have been really smart if I had stopped all this training ahead of time. Well, you know what? It affects very little people. Tanks are go. Vanguard is go. Riflemen are... Honestly, riflemen are also go. I don't really get the feeling that they have any way they can possibly stop me here.
Hello. I've got this one. You're no match for us.
I'm going to split out our guys a little bit where I can here.
This isn't like The Sims. Haven't had a decent meal in weeks. I'm gonna send you.
Put those guys there. These guys are actually crossing the river, so I'm just going to send one group over to stop them, lock them in a bit. Wow, they pushed right across.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
Ooh. Makertron warehouse security.
Hello, sir.
feel like we got some curious choices here. Supply is definitely going to be, for the first time ever, I think, an issue in this area.
Suppressing fire.
I'm going to have my power armor move in on these guys. These guys. Those guys. Oh, that got instantly taken. Okay, never mind.
Light 'em up. I'm out of here.
Kind of like to know where I can grab some encirclements.
This will be over quickly.
These guys have crossed the river, so I actually want to say, like, if I could encircle this entire squad,
Let's see you handle this.
that pocket, that would be really good for us.
Sir.
And I think what I'm going to try to do is just take the south side of this river with this tank. And just let them go kind of crazy. Encircle Calgary and we'll cut off all of it from most of the people that are nearby here. Y'all are struggling to make that encirclement. Which low-key makes some sense.
Hey there. What's up?
Where are all my tanks? I want them deliberately on this front line.
Had enough?
Yeah, like that tank should not be going that way. He should be going this way.
This isn't like The Sims.
This tank should be going that way.
Sir.
This guy should be going that way. Let's use our superior mobility here to tank our way through as much of this territory as we possibly can. That's my goal here. I want to cut off their capital from the rest of everybody else so that they don't have access to any of these delicious supplies. I don't know how this guy is holding off against two tanks. I guess I have no supply on any of these tanks. My org is so low. It's messy. I like Mickey 3. Not played it much since launch. Yeah. With CK3, wasn't sure what I was expecting. I was thinking it was more like a war game, but it seems very hard on limited experience, like an RPG player sim. Yeah, CK3 is very much an RPG, I think, more than anything else at this point. So big on RPG elements. By that, I mean role-playing, not stats. Yeah. Though, I mean, I guess the stats do matter a lot, but definitely the vibe of it is more heavily focused on the role playing. So would it be similar to Age of Wonders 4? I'm so in love with that game. I know my ADHD is going to burn me out if I don't take a break. Oh yeah, Spellforce Conquest EO for sure is what you'd want. That's the closest one. So need something to tide me over till Civ 7. AOW 4 with a second game to rotate would be perfect. I'm very much waiting for Civ 7. I cannot wait. You're back. You've been sick for the past 2 days. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. That sucks. I hope you're feeling a little bit better today. Tanks running on hopes and dreams of communism, baby.
Hey there.
Let's have these guys just support that attack.
Watch out. Fall back.
I like both of these tanks moving, but they're really, I guess this guy is.
You like that?
Please tell me I did not just move all of those rifle companies at the same time. I did. Whoops.
This will be over quickly.
What a mess. They have managed to really move back and defend this front line a lot quicker than I anticipated. I'll give them credit where credit's due. Oh my god, we finally have political power again. We start quarrying states.
Sir?
He's planning. He's trying to speed plan right now.
Let's see you handle this.
Okay, my port tanks appear to be slowing down a lot. Where is... Okay, there's more tanks there. A bunch of these guys have gone on last stand.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Okay, we're breaking through here, it looks like. If I can push this province. I've almost got Calgary surrounded. This is huge if I can pull this off.
This'll be over quickly.
I kind of need to like lock these people into place. This guy has no org. He's got to slow down.
Flank them.
That tank can come in. That tank can come in.
Hey.
This side's doing like pretty mediocre.
This'll be over quickly.
That's okay. I mean, I put all of my good units over here so that we could try to get this push.
Watch out.
And so far, so good. Where are my power armor? So this is the problem. I have power armor over here. And I also want this power armor only on... this division. So the power armor should be settling into this push location. Okay, tank, you definitely don't want to be going that way.
Get down.
You guys want to be going here
Can't stand up to this, can you?
and then into there.
I'm out of here. Hello, sir.
In fact, let's just get all of these tank divisions.
Hey there.
I'm going to have you push that as hard as you can. The true vanguard states. The workers march to the production lines with eyes glazing down at the marching boots of the blossoms. They pass by the new watchdogs with forced smiles as they plaster posters all over the streets. The shelves are half empty, but the production line must continue without interruption. The great chairwoman stands in her office overlooking Redmond Square. The once humming political center of Redmond now lays quiet. The room's bare and only the Blossom Guard are left standing. The once great thinkers of communism expressed the need for a vanguard party, but Therese didn't need a party to safeguard the state. The children have been sent to CPF-sponsored schools for as long as anyone can remember. They're taught about greatness of collectivization and the leader of the state, now that they've grown up enforcing the will of the big sister onto their parents. They march down the street, rifle in hand, as the once loving parents walk to work without being able to gaze upon them. Every blossom in the square looks upon and salutes the great chairwoman as they pass. Every blossom child will safeguard their parental state. Their beloved big sister watched over them as they grew, and now they watch over her. As society has moved on from when the party was left hanging in the square, the government still stands still. No new legislation or action has taken place since the Bloody Purge. The once strong political class is simply no more. To replace the old institution of government, a new chamber shall be constructed from the Blossom Corps. The new Political Bureau of Canada shall be commanded by Chairwoman Therese. Let the workers rejoice as the pleas for governance have been answered. All hail the Politburo. Unfortunately, that event didn't actually give me anything. This resistance growth speed would be pretty useful for considering the fact that we are going to a big resistance war right now. So I'm going to pick up household informants. True collective society can only be achieved if everything is given to the states. Home have been infiltrated by the most loyal of Therese, the children. So funny.
Dodge this.
Oh yeah, our supplies here are tough. But our tanks are doing exactly what they do best, which is taking this spot.
Hello, sir.
Wow, they really don't want me to move into this location and encircle their capital city. I can't imagine why. We could take the rest of the riflemen and move them over. You know what? Let's do it.
Hey.
I'm just going to take the
Hello.
militia and give them another front line. They could totally afford to do.
What's up?
I'm going to grab half of you and move you here. And then I'm going to grab half of you and move you here. Because that's a bigger front line.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
How is one unit here locking down all 4 of my tanks?
Hello.
I get the impression that's not how that's meant to work.
Hello, sir. This is hopeless.
But I guess if the power armor starts pushing it, we've taken Calgary. Just automatically from having more troops than they are. We've got better chems now as well. Great question. What do we want here? Probably flamers or frag grenades. Does it really matter? No. Not really. The flamers give us better soft attack. The grenades provide better defense. I feel like the grenades are more fitting for a communist nation, perhaps. Hi, Mona, again. And I'm probably going to take high capacitor. These are like laser weapons here. Oh, actually, this is what we should research, is actual laser weapons. Stats matter a lot in CK3, but you cannot really make a build. There's only very little control. Yeah, I mean, it's and stats only matter so much. You can, the key in CK3 is always working with whatever you have. Because you're always going to be limited in weird different ways. Let's get +2 org for our vehicles here with reinforced plating. IMO. What I could tell last night, it seemed like congenial traits would become huge, but soon after I conquered your first neighbor, you were out of gold. Seems like you were just sitting there advancing time. I mean, part of the game is that there is like limits on what you can do. But it's very easy once you learn how to play CK3 to just like take over the entire world if you want. So a lot of it is about trying to figure out, I don't know, different approaches or role-playing more of just like a system of what you want. Might hold off on Civ 7 till the DLC and more people review it. Yeah, that's totally fair.
Take this.
Tanks. All tanks. This way. All tanks. This way. Oh, my tanks are really low on supply. That's what's going on here. Power armor, also this way.
Flank them.
Where's my tank line? Tanks. Tanks for nothing. That was not my tanks. This is my tanks. All right, I guess that'll work. Takes $100,000 to fire those babies for 2 minutes. The rapid fire grenade launcher salesman. It is a very good, you know, who doesn't want to fire that many grenades? You know what I could do is actually just go down here to Blue Rock where there's nobody.
Take this.
Instead of trying to push through this one location so that I have the river crossing. I mean, the river crossing is good, don't get me wrong, but what I'm really trying to do here is ensure that there's nowhere that these guys can retreat.
Incoming!
And the number one important thing there is just ensuring that there's nowhere that they can retreat. Can you please lock down that character? Can you please lock down that character? Can anybody lock down that character?
This is hopeless.
No. Yes. All right. So now the computer is screwed. They have managed to do a pretty big push up here via some of their Marketron lot securities. But we've taken Calgary. We've captured... There's a lot of divisions in here. So if all of our troops just push in as we cut them out of supply, which is, of course, precisely what they're doing.
Hello, sir.
They're going to do some nasty, nasty damage in here. This guy actually has a bonus. You have Mysterious Stranger, but you're in charge of my Spec Ops teams right now. So I'm going to give you Pain Train as well. Mona, you are such a big cat. Gotta get out of here. Genetic traits are insane. Yeah, I mean, you can do some really bonkers builds if you focus on the genetic traits properly. Okay, it looks like we do have supply here now in this area. So our tanks are gonna get resupplied.
This will be over quickly.
Oh, our tanks are fully resupplied already. I'm kind of thinking about moving them here so I can encircle this pocket. I don't think they're needed on this side anymore. And I think they can rush that pretty well. We'll scavenge with some vehicles. Yeah, I feel pretty confident about this whole section. I'm going to start getting the trade bonuses into North Redmond. Which also, we do need to keep an eye on these nodes. Just for any updates. This guy can make another trade node to Valemount Cash. Calgary is disabled, but it's going to be a third trade node for us. So we're going to start printing caps like crazy. This is so good. This is such a beefy encirclement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's almost an entire army we've managed to encircle there. Our tanks are coming into position here now. So I'm going to hit them with the staff office plan. They're going to plan super, super fast. 1, 2, 3 days. And then I can actually just tell them to charge.
Hey there.
I'm going to have one of them pin that guy. Combat blimps are up and running. We can give them bonuses to range, but I feel like there's other stuff we got to be hitting right now. salvaged cars would probably be... How fast are our trucks? 8 max speed. If that's the case, I'm actually going to move to salvage trucks because we can only move as fast as our tanks, which I didn't realize was part of the problem here. We get less breakthrough, but we get a lot more armor and more defense and a ton more hardness.
Haven't had a decent meal in
Wow, those 3 tanks just destroyed her instantly. So here we have another beautiful encirclement. With a ton of troops behind it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Sir?
Throw all the tanks here, and I think the next plan is spearhead to Middlemark. I can't tell what province these warehouses are in. It's like it's right on the river. I think it's here.
Hello, sir.
So I think we'll go like that, and I'm just going to try to push it like this. We still have the planning bonus because we moved that so quickly. Oh, we're going to get cut off here.
Hey. What's up?
Let's pin her temporarily.
You're mine. Come on.
All 3 of you moving there real fast, please. Don't need that happening. Thank you very much.
Can't stand up to this, can you?
The plan for these guys is ready to go, so we're going to try to just zoom it. But we're crushing on all sides. We have another tank division ready to rock here as well, which is beautiful. We got civvy factories ready to boogie. We could honestly just pump up Calgary right now. Build 5 infrastructure right in Calgary. And a couple more arms labs. Tank equipment's still doing rough, but we're really good in everything else. So I'm just going to add 5 factories to tanks. They seem to be the most valuable thing that we can put out right now. Is that AgentNumberOne real beard? It is. I grew it myself. Little help from my father, but looks good if it is, and I'm a little jealous. Thank you. You don't got to be jealous, but I'm very happy with it. It's been a nice beard. It's keeping me warm in the wintertime. Capitulated. We got a bunch of Markertons. We got basic weaponry and, man, just a ton of random stuff here. I'm going to ask for all of these cores. Oh, I don't have enough. Minus 180. Damn, dude. Calgary is expensive. Well, I guess let's start with the capital. Wow. They're really going to try to claim all that territory? Not going to happen, homies. This is mine. I demand all this territory. And I also demand Goddard. And if you want me, you can fight me for it, but I know you don't have an army. I saved you in this war. Do we get bonuses for encircling or the bonus of having guys on all sides? You get bonuses for encircling. Mostly they get penalties. So they take penalties for being encircled. They also take penalties because they can't get supply if you encircle them. So they slowly get weaker and weaker over time. But most importantly of all is that they can't retreat. So if you kill them when you have them fully encircled, they just get wiped out completely. Normally they'll retreat, resupply, and then you're fighting them all over again a second time around. So get to have patchy on the cheeks. Bother giving it a real go. I mean, it takes time. Is generally what I would say on it. Took me a long time to grow a beard. Is this all my territory? Foreign claims by Standing Rock. Standing Rock. That is not mine. Okay, so these guys do have claims on a bunch of these provinces.
What's up?
But I don't think I got to be too worried about it. So I'm going to take my rifleman army, which is leveled up. They also have heavy forces special attack. I don't know why. Fire team. They should. Guy's got commando. This guy is meant to have my heavy special forces. Because he's got special forces supply grace.
Sir.
This guy is not. He's just meant to be in charge of
had a decent meal in weeks.
a different army. 4232. 3324. I mean, I guess I could just give them both some special forces maybe, but I'm going to give him demolition buffs.
Hey.
It's all a bit of a mess right now, I suppose. So these guys have a reason to come to war with me. They're probably the most likely to go to war, but they're also the people I want to go to war with the least.
Hello, sir.
Oh, this is interesting. Safe Haven has a bunch of water crossings. Let's grab like
Sir.
4 guys here, 2 guys here, 2 guys here, and then the other 12 can spread out across that, I guess. I'm definitely going to build up some forts. Here and here. No doubt about that. And honestly, I probably should do things like build outposts along this river line. We do have to keep a hold of this weird random province. But everything else we're going to push differently. Middle America is going to take Wasteland Pacification. Pioneer is going to take Wasteland Pacification. The Great Stampede already has it. Big Grass has sporadic outposts. And in fact, can start getting cored some more. My tanks have nowhere to go, and my Vanguard army has nowhere to go, and a bunch of my militia have nowhere to go. I think what I'm probably going to do is start moving my tanks and Vanguards up here.
Sir.
I could throw the tanks right there. They could deal with the Order of St. George. Honestly, probably on their own. And then the Vanguard can go for Cab Vulture's Battle Ford.
What's up?
And then I could just peel the entire militia out and put them on this front line. We also have the Montana chapter. You know what? I'm actually going to draw a fallback line instead of a front line because I don't want to fight past this river. We have a very good defensive position here. I'm not really concerned that much about Lethbridge, so it is what it is. There's going to be a massive move around of all of our squads. A little shuffle as they take railroads across the country, and the Canadians' People Front grows ever stronger. It's getting big. It's getting real big. How are our operatives? They're honestly not doing very much. This guy's on counterintelligence. We're going to end up with a bit of resistance down here. And honestly, look, it looks like we got 95% in safe haven, so capturing their cipher would give us codebreakers a decisive advantage in their efforts. How much of an advantage is my question. Gives us 30% decryption against them. Okay. I don't really care too much about that. They've got a little bit of counterintelligence. Steal trade secrets. Honestly, I think let's just like break into the army. Prep it and launch it when it's ready. The Montana Brotherhood got big. Yeah, they ate General MacArthur. Which is a little bit scary to say the least. Awesome foundries. 3 bonuses to robots. We have no robots at all right now. Reduces ahead of time penalty by 2 years. Wow, that's absolutely crazy. 10% stability would be really nice. Ain't ever really going to go astray for us. I want to build my manpower up a little bit before we go after Safe Haven. We chewed through more than I expected there. So it would be good to just build up a little bit. They killed the Enclave? Is that who MacArthur is? The Enclave? Wardens of the White. We offer safety, not freedom. Vault 100 survivors and the Wardens of the White. Nice. We get basic laser weaponry. I'll look at these bonuses to my power armor guys would be nice. breakthrough on frontline platoons, also not bad. This is going to really slow down production on laser weaponry for quite a while, but it'll build back up. And we'll be okay. Grabbing all of middle market is a huge jump for us. Enclave had it coming. I mean, that's fair. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with you on that. I feel like I should probably take...
Hey.
My Spec Ops divisions here and also...
Hey there. Hello.
Just prep them. What a nice peaceful jam. A little bit worried about these guys on this border with Safe Haven, but I don't know. I'd be surprised if the Montana chapter came after us. I'm sure they have more important people to be fighting than Canada. At least I would certainly hope so. Outpost construction, fort construction, all of this would be pretty good for us right now. Ballistic organizations. Motorized ballistics. Honestly, Homestead Defender is not a bad choice for us. We also have a lot of military command we have not actually settled on here. Division Org and Division Attack is just straight up good. We can't increase every cap for the army. Survival training would also be really nice. So would Legendary Wastelanders. This would allow me to have more power armor teams. We're gonna go with that. You forgot to blame Canada? I mean, we are to blame for a few things for sure. Make no mistake. I forgot. What happened to all my military factories? Did my wasteland tanks eat all of them? Okay, we have an insane amount of basic laser. We have an insane amount of weaponry here. I think I'm going to cut that down. I have a problem because I want way more blimps. I want to go really heavy into blimp production. Caps income and political power. Foundries, civvy workshops, and supplies. Political power, resistance, war support, command power, mountain gulags. Passive caps income as well, all for the state. I do like grabbing that political power. All right. Let's go for these civvy factories right now. Because I am trying to do an awful lot of building. And I think with the end of that war, this is where we'll cut the first video today. This seems like a really nice little spot. So thank you for watching over on YouTube. We hope you join us back for the next one as the Canadian People's Front expands.